all so much for being here. We're just in here a little bit early before we go over to TikTok. Hello to Instagram. Hello to my TikTok. Y'all can see me, but I can't see you. Hello to YouTube and Facebook and anybody watching the replay. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are going to be cooking today. You all know on Fridays I do an exclusive stream on TikTok, so I just like to come on a few minutes before and let you all know if you want to hop on over to TikTok. The channel is Food Talk TV, and we're going to be making Big Mac sliders. We're actually going to be making man food. Dad is going to bring Marcus. I just realized this might be the last meal that I cook for him, so I'm feeling before he ships out again. Some of you all know, if you don't know, Marcus is a new Marine and he's going off for training to do all the fabulous things that they do. And so he flies out on Tuesday. So yeah, we're gonna do a little bit early family Thanksgiving, and now holidays are what we make of them. And I'm very, very grateful. So yeah. Hope everybody is doing well. Come on in. Again, I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I make food and femininity content. Let me go ahead and get my uniform on, then I'll show you all what we're making. But I'm not ignoring you. If we have any moderators in the chat, just let everybody know I will be back on here after the stream. So come on in, everybody. Happy Friday, 2 minutes. And we are going to be live on TikTok. 2 minutes. All right, let's see. All right, let's get it together. So we're making homemade fast food today. If you like Big Macs or sliders or burgers, this is that kind of recipe. So come on in, everybody. 1 more minute. Again, thank you all so much for being here. Feel free to sit back and relax. You can watch from the clouds, or if I miss your comments, I will come back after the stream. All right, I think we're good. Y'all know we wing it over here. So happy Friday, everybody. Come on in. No relationship content tomorrow. Lucy is out, and no cooking content next Friday. I am out. We are approaching the big 5-0, so I'm flying out Monday for the Maggie meetup cruise. So if you all like my travel content, I'm still going to be posting every day. You can keep up with what we're doing on the go. All right. So come on in, everybody. Hello, USA Global TV. Hello, Instagram, TikTok. Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. I'm thinking about Kirby from UGA football. So come on in, everybody. All right, it's 5 o'clock. So y'all ready for the infomercial? Let's go. All right, everybody, come on in. Welcome back to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are going to be making Big Mac sliders. So if you like fast food, or if you like any kind of food, clearly I do, I got a recipe for you all today. I'm going to show you all the video, and then we are going to recreate this. So I like to call it man food. We are cooking for our oldest. He will be here to taste. We are at 0 likes, so if you like this type of content, go ahead and tap that screen, and let me show you all what we are making today. This recipe comes from All Recipes. You all have probably seen All Recipes all over the place, but I saw this, and it uses Hawaiian rolls.
Start by mixing your ground beef. Season it with a little bit of salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and a little Worcestershire. Give it a mix, and then we're going to form 1 large patty that's the size of your rolls. It's so much easier than making a lot of little tiny sliders. This goes into the oven, 450 degrees for about 10 minutes, then crank up your broiler for about 3 to 5 minutes. And you know we got to make the Big Mac sauce. Start with mayonnaise, mustard, sweet relish, a little garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and a splash of vinegar, and yes, I like to also add ketchup. Take your rolls, slice them in half, and brush them with melted butter and sprinkle with some sesame seeds. Spread the other half of the buns with the special sauce, top with the patty, add cheese and onions, and place it back in the oven until the cheese is melted and the buns are toasted. Can't forget the pickles and the lettuce. Now that's some little Big Macs. Little Big Mac, perfect bite.
All right, y'all, so that is the goal.
I'm loving it. Just need my spicy.
Okay, so that is what we're going to be making today. I was inspired to make this recipe because, as you can see, it uses the Hawaiian rolls. If you have those sweet Hawaiian rolls, this is a recipe for you. Let me turn on my struggle air conditioning and then we are going to get started. Come on in, everybody. If you are a fast food connoisseur, you have probably had a Big Mac in your life. So let's go ahead and get it together. This recipe plus all of my recipes are on Fttv.com. I am the substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. So I'll show you all a few swaps you can make. But when I'm cooking for the boys, when I'm cooking man food, we give them the full flavor, all right? So let me clean off the counter and wash my hands. And then she said she puts this in the oven at 450 degrees. I don't think I've ever used 450 degrees on my oven. But if you're interested, this could be a great way to go ahead and cook a big pan of ground beef like we're doing for these sliders, as well as if you like the flat eggs, like for a McMuffin kind of thing, you can pour them in a pan and bake them if you don't want to stand over the stove. So come on in, everybody. We have 8 likes. If you like this type of content, go ahead and tap the screen. If you have any fast food junkies in your family, you can go ahead and share the content as well. All right. So let's get it started. Hello, Cat Dog. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the badges. Let's make sure the oven is empty because y'all know how I do. Okay, perfect. So we're going to turn this on bake at 450. I don't know how high an oven can go, so that's exciting. All right, so we need ground chuck. 1 pound of ground chuck is what she used. I don't know what makes ground chuck so special. Maybe one of y'all can tell me. But if you have ground beef, I'm sure that'll work as well too. So let me get what my order came in. All right. I placed a Walmart order. I placed 2 orders just to make sure I had this. Now, the recipe calls for 1 pound of ground chuck. So this is what I ordered. Honestly, when I'm cooking for the boys, I like to double it. So I would probably do 2 pounds and you could make a thicker Big Mac, or you could even do like a triple. Anyway, we're going to go for the flavor profile, but the recipe calls for 1 pound of ground chuck. So this is what I have. If you are not eating red meat, you could also do ground turkey, ground chicken, but is it still a Big Mac? I don't know. Okay, so here is the hack. We're gonna mix up our ground beef, and I'm gonna do some fries and some other things on the side for Marcus if I can. Kaz says ground chuck just means it's a single source, not a mix of meats. We learned something today, y'all. So ground chuck is just meat. If you have ground beef, which I do have, I ordered both, but I wanna give y'all the good stuff. Oh, check this out. You can even get it in the roll. This one is ground chuck too. Okay. I love how we can learn stuff because I am not a professional. Clearly, you're going to see that I mess up all the time. Okay, so I have these brioche buns. You could use Hawaiian rolls. This is the Aldi brand. So this is just the off brand, but any sweet roll that you like, that's what's going to give us the slider shape, okay? So she says you're going to cook your meat in a pan that is the same size as your bread. All right, so that's what I went ahead and got this out for. It's a little bit bigger, but it's okay. So we're going to line this with foil. And while our oven is preheating, this is going to catch all of those juices and the meat. Since I'm going to get in there with my hands, let's take the jewelry off. Some of y'all are team gloves. Some of y'all are team no gloves. We are making, hello sunflower, we are making Big Mac sliders. All right. So I'll show you all that again when we come to a stopping point. I want to go ahead and get the meat prepped. So if you have kids or big kids that are craving fast food, this would be a good substitute for that. Okay, so we have, this is probably like a half sheet pan here. So now what we're going to do now is go back. We're going to get a bowl and we are going to mix our ground beef, our hamburger seasoning. All right. So we have a bowl. You need 1 pound of ground chuck. Now we know what it is. So let's go ahead and get this in here. So I bought this fresh. If you need to thaw yours out, just thought out the night before. Yummy, I know, exciting. All right, so we have our ground chuck in here. Let's go in with the seasonings. Now, she just kind of eyeballed it, but I will walk you all through. I'm going to put all the seasonings in here, and then I'm just going to mix it by hand like we used to growing up. If y'all know what I'm talking about, nothing like a hand-shaped burger patty. All right, so we need 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. How about we have some kosher salt? And I think you can just eyeball this, y'all. But the first time I make a recipe for you, I always like to do it exactly the way they say. And then after that, wing it. All right. So we're going to do 3 of these. This is 1/4. So we're going to go in with some salt. You could also do probably like the Montreal steak seasoning or anything that you like. All right. My salt is running kind of low, so we'll do 1 extra. All right. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. So we have some black pepper. If you all are old school like me, you probably use that Lipton onion soup mix in your burger patties. That's how we grew up with homemade burgers. Let me know if anybody knows anything about that. You can put the soup emoji in the chat. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. So we're going to do 2 of these. Woo! And I got the fan on. All right. 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. So we have some garlic powder. Just open up your spice cabinet and put whatever you like in there. We're already at 600 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. Come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are making Big Mac sliders, all right? So we have our garlic powder, and I think that's all that she, in the video, she put some Worcester. Y'all know what this is, so I'm just gonna put some of this on here. All right, like that much. Or you can leave it out, whatever you like in your burger. So wash my hands. We're going to go in here and we are going to mix our ground chuck and the seasonings. All right. So let me show you all one more time what we're making while I'm mixing this.
With a little bit of salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and a little Worcestershire.
Onion powder. See how they leave stuff out? But I did order some onion powder. So let's go ahead and get some of this. If you have a favorite like all-purpose seasoning, that will work too. And that's what I remember from that Lipton onion soup mix. I'm just going to go in like that. Not even going to measure it. It has those little bits of onion in it. Y'all remember those old school burgers? All right. So let's get in here and we're just going to mix this up by hand. If you want to wear gloves, wear gloves. All right. Your favorite food on TikTok. Hello, Tina. Come on in. Thank you all so much for being here. We're at 1,200 likes. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I make food and femininity content, and today we're making man food. We are making Big Mac sliders using Hawaiian rolls, all right? So this will be great. You know, it's that time of year, and if you're in the U.S. and you celebrate, we're going to have all of those gatherings. You may have some Hawaiian rolls left over. This is a recipe that you can use with that. All right, so I don't want to over mix. We've got our spices in here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the meat in this pan. And again, remember, we chose a pan that was about the same size as our slider buns. All right, so let's go ahead and put that in here. This was 1 pound, and we're going to press it into the sheet. Now, here's the thing. I'm already feeling like I should have got the 2-pounder. I'm a boy mom. A lot of men in my family, and so I'm used to cooking bigger portions. This is going to give you like that little sliver, like that Crystal or White Castle size burger. Now, if we have good quality meat, it won't shrink as much. Let me go ahead with both hands in here and just kind of flatten it. We're just going to try and shape this into the same size of our Hawaiian rolls. And kind of press it out to the side. Doesn't have to be perfect. Oven is at 300. We need it to be 450, and it's going to cook in there for about 10 minutes. But you want to try and get it even because you know you want every burger to have burger in it. You know what I mean, to have meat in it. We don't want to skimp anybody. All right. Should I just go ahead and add the 2 pound? What do y'all think? I have another pound of meat. Should we do, all right, we'll do 1 pound. I'm feeling like I should do 2. Your son would love them. I know, cat dog. What do y'all think? Yes? Go ahead and add it. Maybe I'll do a second one. Let's go ahead and do the first one, but I have another one of these trays. It only cooks, it cooks in 10 minutes. So I'm just kind of eyeballing this to make sure we have the same size meat as we do Hawaiian roll. All right. So our hamburger meat is ready. I'm just going to set this behind me and I'll go ahead and get the other meat out of the fridge and just go ahead and put it in here. Let me clean my hands since I touched it. That way we can do like a double patty. That would be good. Wouldn't that be yummy? All right. So we're already improvising and doing the most. Okay. I found another one. So if you just came in, welcome. We are making Big Mac. I put this in the freezer, but it hasn't frozen yet. All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and do like a double Big Mac. Another reason why I'm going to miss you all next week. I am flying out for my birthday cruise. This is a milestone birthday. I will be 50 at the end of the month. And so I'm not going to be with you all next Friday. That's not the point. The point is whenever I'm traveling, one of the things I like to do is try and use up any perishables that you have, fresh fruit, any meat, go ahead and get that out of the way so that it doesn't go bad. We don't want to waste. Yes. All right. So we've got the other one. This is a pound of ground chuck and I'm just going to eyeball it. We'll put them both in the oven. All right. So come on in, everybody. The oven is still warming up. It's at 380. The recipe says it needs to get to 450. Whew. It's cold in my hands, but it's not frozen. I think we caught it just in time. So come on in. We are making Big Mac sliders. We're going to make these for Marcus, our oldest. He is a Marine. And our youngest is working. So I'm going to pack the extras for Alex. I love cooking for others. Okay. So we have another pound. Make it easy on yourself. If you have hungry appetites, just do 2 pounds of meat. All right. So let's get the seasonings in here and we're just going to eyeball it. We need salt and pepper. So we're just going to look. This is kosher salt, about that much. This is black pepper, about that much. This is garlic powder, about that much. And onion powder. Or if you're like my mom, open up that Lipton soup mix pack. And then she also did Worcestershire. About that much. All right. So we're going to get in here. We're going to mix it up. And we're going to do a separate tray. And I'll put them both in the oven. So this doesn't take long at all. Ooh, it's cold in my hands. We don't want to like over mix it. But you do want to get those spices incorporated. And then while this is cooking, we're going to make the Big Mac sauce. And all that goes on the Big Mac is lettuce, pickle, onion, special sauce, cheese. Y'all know the song. Okay, so I'm just going to roll this around and get all that good stuff. You know we don't want to waste. And then same thing. And we're going to press this one out. Okay, so the key is to get like a half sheet pan, or you just want to try and get it to be about the same size. About the same size as your Hawaiian rolls. We're at 2,900 likes. Let's see if we can get to 3,000. Hokie says, is this meatloaf? No, it's not. I will show you the video as soon as I get this pressed out. We are making one big patty of beef for a Big Mac slider using Hawaiian rolls. So if you have those small bread buns lying around, or extras after the holidays, this could be something that'll work for you. This one is a little bit harder to maneuver because it was in the freezer. Okay, oven is ready. Let's see. It's not perfect, but we will be all right. They get 2 pounds of meat. All right, let me clean my hands and let these go in, and we'll take a quick break and I'll show y'all what we're making. All right, so these go into a 450-degree oven for like 10 minutes is what she said. All right. So we have 2 ground chucks. going in. Let's turn on the light and light a candle. All right, so I'll put one here and one here. And we'll set the timer for 10 minutes. Okay, so for those of y'all that just hopped in, let me show you what we're making. Then we're going to move on to the Big Mac sauce.
Size of your rolls. It's so much easier than making a lot of little tiny sliders. This goes into the oven 450 degrees for about 10 minutes, then crank up your broiler for about 3 to 5 minutes. And you know we got to make the Big Mac sauce. Start with mayonnaise, mustard, sweet relish, a little garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and a splash of vinegar. And yes, I like to also add ketchup. Take your rolls, slice them in half, and brush them with melted butter and sprinkle with some sesame seeds. For the other half of the buns with the special sauce, top with the patty.
That's what we
cheese
were making.
And onions, and place it back in the oven until the cheese is melted and the buns are toasted. Can't forget the pickles and the lettuce.
So we are
Now that's
making
the little
Big Mac sliders,
Little Big
okay?
Mac, perfect bun.
Little Big Macs. All right, so let me clean off the counter since we had raw meat while our Big Mac patties are in the oven. And yes, we did do salt and pepper on the meat. Hopefully we did enough. It looked kind of light to me, but all right. So let's clean off the counter. I'm going to put the buns behind me. We're going to go ahead and make the Big Mac sauce. So if you find yourself going to, Crystal or any of those places, you know what? You can make your own little sliders, save money, save calories, and control the ingredients if that's important to you. All right, so come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making man food tonight. Marcus will be here to eat, probably for the last time for a year. So I'm feeling very sentimental, and I wanted to make him an all-American meal. I have some chocolate chip cookies and a Coke on the side, and I'll make some waffle fries for him before he goes off to his next training. Okay, so now we need to make the Big Mac sauce, because what is a Big Mac without the special sauce? So y'all, the special sauce is actually really easy. It's all the condiments that you put on a Big Mac just smushed together. So let's get a bowl. We did double meat, but I think we can do the same quantity for all of the other ingredients, since this is going to be like a layer that's going to smear on the bottom of the bread. Okay, so the first thing that we need is half a cup of mayonnaise. Now, I do have some light mayo, but I'm going to go ahead and use this, what is this one? Y'all know this Japanese mayo, there's a name for it. I'm going to go ahead and use this one because this recipe also has a little bit of vinegar in the sauce, and this mayo's got a little bit of that twang to it, kind of like a Duke's, but if you're particular to the mayo that you like, use whatever works for you. Now I'm going to measure this out, but again, I would just eyeball it. Half a cup of mayonnaise, all right? So you're gonna make this sauce, and this is gonna go inside the mini Macs, the Maggie Macs, and then also some extra on the side so you can dip your sliders. Whew, this is not a low-calorie meal. So half a cup of mayo. Let me get the spatula because we don't want to waste. Y'all know we're greedy. Our meat is cooking in there, doing its thing. So if you don't have a grill, you can make your ovens. You can make your patties in the oven. All right, so half a cup of mayo, 1.5 tablespoons of ketchup. All right, so I want to give you all a swap. If I were cooking for me, this is something that I use. You can get a lot of the no sugar added condiments from your favorite makers. Heinz makes a no sugar added ketchup. If you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, I am not a doctor. Do not listen to me. But since I'm cooking for the boys, I'm just going to use regular. So we need 1.5 tablespoons. So let me get a measure. And I don't think it has to be perfect. Come on in, everybody. We're at 5,400 likes. Let's see if we can get to 5,500. We are making special sauce for our Big Mac sliders. A tablespoon of relish. All right, so another thing for the condiments. I'm sure you all have this in your fridge. Another name brand that makes a no sugar added relish. Thank you so much for the hearts, Cam. No sugar added relish. Condiments and beverages are a huge culprit for extra sugar, If that matters to you, you can enjoy some of the same foods, but cut back on some of the sugar. All right, so we need a tablespoon of the relish. So again, this is everything you would put on your burger anyway. We're gonna mix it together. Then she put some salt. Probably don't need it, but some salt. She also put some garlic powder. If you're following along exactly, it was a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Sorry, I didn't measure. I set it out, but 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then another 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. There it is. All right, so let's do the garlic powder again. I'm just gonna eyeball it, y'all. Where did I set it? Oh, here it is. All right. And then she puts a splash of vinegar. That's probably optional, but I did get some vinegar. Now here's the thing, y'all. I got this big old vinegar underneath the sink, just like y'all. Would you clown me if I put a splash of this vinegar in there? I did also get the small one so we can look like we know what we're doing, but this one is open. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Can we just use the vinegar? It's the same stuff, isn't it? Thank you so much for the badges. Hello, Jessica. Come on in, everybody. Thank you for waving. Hello, Adelina. You use that on the Big Mac sauce? Okay. So how much vinegar? She doesn't even say. Let's just do that much. All right. Let's get it stirred up. Stir it up. How are we doing on our Big Mac? Ooh, can y'all see down there? It's getting nice and brown, and it's doing its thing. All right, so we got 3 more minutes. Dougie Fresh, you're on. So let's stir. And then you can just customize this as you want. If it's too vinegary, you know, or if it's not salty enough, change it up. I probably would have omitted the vinegar because it's a little bit on the runny side for me, but let's give it a taste. Oh, it tastes good. I'm gonna add a little bit more ketchup. I just want a little bit more tomato flavor in there. And this is going to go inside the Big Mac as well as on the side. Ooh, oh, hold up. Mustard, that's what we're missing. Y'all see what I mean? She put mustard in it, but it's not in the recipe. All right, let's go with some mustard. That's the thing with these reels. Does that ever happen to y'all? Where you try to recreate this stuff and it's like, why doesn't mine look like that or taste like that? I knew something was missing. All right, let's try. Oh yeah. I put a little extra mustard. Shout out to Mustard Queen. But you all see what we're doing here. I think this is good. It doesn't have to be perfect. We have our Big Mac sauce. Let's go ahead and prep our buns, okay? So our Big Mac sauce, I'm gonna set this behind me. We got 2 more minutes on the meat. So let's move this stuff out of the way. She says 10 minutes at 450 and then crank up the broiler. Oh, nervous. All right, so let's move everything out of the way because we need to assemble our burgers. And then while they're melting, we'll chop up some onion and some lettuce. Oh, I need to put his fries in the air fryer. Okay, so we're good. We'll give it just a minute. Hello, everyone. We're at 8,700 likes. Hello, Jaka. Thank you, Adelina. I appreciate it. Okay, it's looking good. We got 1 more minute. Let's go ahead and get our buns ready. I think we can do that. Our wet paper towel in here. I'm going to get the bread knife and we're just going to slice halfway through the Hawaiian rolls. And then we will assemble. And I could probably put his fries in the air fryer or the oven. Okay, so this is a 12-pack of Hawaiian rolls. You'll probably see them somewhere on a Thanksgiving table close to you. Let me get out the whole sheet. Uh-oh, oops, broke it. Moving too fast. Okay. Let's pretend it's still together. All right, so let me get the serrated knife. You're gonna cut them when you serve them. Of course, it's the last one, but the key is to kind of assemble them together. So we're gonna go just like she did in the video, and we're gonna cut it. Okay, our meat is ready. Let me just finish cutting. That was 10 minutes at 450. Oh no. Okay. Clearly I did not cut it well. We will be all right. It all comes together in the end. Okay, let me turn off the timer. I would probably look down to make sure you're cutting it even, because look at my tops and look at the bottom. We have like a, I don't even know what that is. Okay, let's get the meat out. All right. And yes, we are very proud. Something tells me it's gonna taste good anyway. All right, let's check and see how this is coming along. Woo! Woo! Okay, I can't see, I'm blind. Okay, stand back from the oven. Okay, so we have our first patty. All right, let's get the second one out. Now, it's up to you if you like your burgers cooked all the way done. I'm still seeing a little bit of color in here. I'm okay with that. If you're not, that's totally fine. It'll continue to cook. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this behind me, and we're gonna prep our buns and put them in there to melt the cheese. And I think I'll throw some fries in there for him and let that melt, all right? So we have, you know what I'm thinking? I should have made it flatter, but it's okay. You get the idea. I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. Should I do like one on this and one on the other? We'll figure it out. Let's get it together. All right. So next, what she did is she put the Big Mac sauce on the bottom. Now, my bottoms are looking really sad, but we're gonna go ahead and put the Big Mac sauce on there. We're gonna layer these and they're gonna go in the oven, all right? So that that cheese can melt. So we have our struggle bottoms here. Let's get the Big Mac sauce that we made, the homemade Big Mac sauce. I'm gonna get a spoon and kind of smear it on. I know, y'all, we struggle cook over here, but something tells me Marcus is still gonna like it. All right, so what I'm gonna do, since it's not, you know what? I'm gonna move it onto the tray that's gonna go into the oven first. See, they don't tell you to do that stuff, and then you try to transfer it after, and it's a hot mess. Hold the phone, here we come. All right, I'm gonna get a sheet pan. We're gonna assemble it on the sheet pan. All right, let me get, we're gonna put some parchment paper down, and she did it separately. Oh, we gotta toast, we gotta butter the buns. Y'all, this is a lot. Okay, so we're gonna try and keep the tops together. We're gonna butter these and put sesame seeds on there. We're not there yet. So she had that on this side, and we have our struggle bottoms. Oh dear. Hold up. Let me get a spatula. Hold up. All right. Oh my gosh, y'all, everything is falling apart. Why do I get inspired to do this? I get excited and I'm like, oh, I can do that. Okay, let's put it together so that it looks like the video. All right, so now we're gonna put the, I was about to say yum yum sauce. Y'all know what it is, I'm stressed. All right, let's put this on here. I'm just gonna spoon it on since we got all these cracks and crevices. And then I'll get the spatula and kind of smooth it over. Y'all know what to do. All right. So we've got our Big Mac sauce. Then we're going to put our patties on here. Okay, let me go back in the video and see what order she does it, because I've already messed up, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. In the meantime, let me melt some butter because we need to brush these and put sesame seeds on top. Just a couple tablespoons of butter. And then I'll toss some fries in there for Marcus. So I'm using the Aldi's Kerrygold, whatever you like. We are not picky. Clearly we can't be. All right, I think we're going well. So I'm gonna put this in the real stuff is hard to cut. We're gonna put this in the microwave for like 30 seconds, see if we can melt it down. Then we'll see what order we need to put the meat on there. Put the paper towel so it doesn't splatter. Okay, let's watch. All right, so she did the meat. Okay, hold up.
Also, I can
We did
take
the
your
sauce.
rolls, slice them in half,
Yep.
and brush them with melted butter. And
Okay.
sprinkle with some sesame seeds.
I
For the
will.
other half of the buns with the special sauce, top with the patty and cheese and onions, and place it back in the oven until.
Oh my
the cheese
gosh,
is melted.
we didn't even cut the onions. Oh Lord. Okay, let's put the meat on there. I gotta.
Add some little Big Macs.
This is a lot. This is a lot. Okay, focus, Maggie. Let's go with the patties first. We got the sauce. All right, let's go with the small patty. I'm stressed. Ah! Okay. So she used 2 spatulas. So I'm gonna try and do the same. Oh God, please don't mess up. I'm gonna put it close here. I'm gonna get the fish turners. See, they got these professionals making these reels, making us think that we can do it too. We cannot. Okay, we have our beef patty. Oh, it's coming together. Okay, focus, Maggie. All right, so we got the first one. Then she did cheese. And since we're gonna do a double patty, let me move this out of the way. Lord, I'm running out of space. Okay, and then we gotta do onions. Oh, the onions go after. I'm confused. American cheese, or whatever cheese you like. But since we're making the Big Mac, American cheese. American woman. Ignore me. Okay. How many slices of cheese at this point? I don't know, and neither do you. So we're going to put cheese on here, and then we'll put the other patty. Oh, our melted butter. Please don't solidify. Please don't solidify. Y'all, this is stressing me out. I just wanted to make Big Mac. Good song. I know, y'all. I'm stressed. Come on in, everybody. We're at 13,000 likes. Welcome to yet another struggle cooking class. We got Kraft American cheese. We're doing 6 slices. We are making mini Big Macs, Big Mac sliders, all right? So we got our American cheese going on here. And then, so this is what we have so far. I need to brush these with the butter. Let's get that out of the microwave, then we'll put the extra meat on top. Okay, all right. Got our melted butter. Got our pastry brush. All right, so this is just melted butter on top of the buns. So we have buttered buns. You like the stress? You know, I just feel like when I watch these videos, I'm like, I can make that. Then I'm over here fighting for my life. It's okay. It's gonna all come together. I promise you, it always does somehow. Okay, so we've buttered our buns. Don't that look good? Y'all want that? Sesame seeds. I have some, yes. I have some sesame seeds because that's what's on a Big Mac. So I bought this big old pack of sesame seeds. So we're just gonna get some of these and sprinkle them all over the top. Then we need to put the other patty on top. Oh yeah. Welcome to McMaggie's. May I take your order? You want some? Okay, we're doing a double. I know you said onions. We haven't even cut the onions. This is too much. And we haven't even started the fries. Okay, focus. Focus. I need to get the other meat. Okay, we're doing a double Big Mac. Are these the same size? They are not. The internet made me do it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this other patty and I'm gonna try and center this, both a pound of ground chuck on top of the cheese. Okay. Okay. So this is what we have so far. My God, y'all, look at these. Look at that massive big mama jamma. Okay, focus. I think it's time for onions. Let's see.
Boiler for about 3 to 5 minutes. And you know we got to make the Big Mac sauce.
We did.
Start with mayonnaise, mustard, sweet relish, a little garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and a splash of vinegar. And yes, I like to also add ketchup. Take your rolls, slice them in half.
We did it.
Brush them with melted butter.
Yep.
And sprinkle with some sesame seeds.
Yep.
For the other half of the buns with the special sauce, top with the patty, add cheese and onions, and place it back in the oven until the cheese is melted and the buns are toasted.
Okay, onions. All right, focus. We can do this really quick. I got another gadget for y'all. Go, go, gadget, go. Y'all, that struggle bread underneath there is really suffering, but we're going to show you this side. Okay, hold on. Onions. Can I touch this? Okay. We having issues. All right. So we got to do quick onion. I had one onion left, and I have my my little gadget, my manual chopper. Doesn't have to be perfect. Y'all know, like McDonald's has the smallest, okay. McDonald's has like the smallest onion dicer thingamabob. Let me close my sesame seed. See what I mean? Before we have an issue, knocking stuff over. Okay, I'm just gonna go on the counter. The counter's clean. You'll be all right. All right. So I'm not even going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to do like a quarter of the onion. And I'm just going to take off a little stem. I like onions. Ooh, if it were me, I would saute the onions. All right, so we have a half an onion. Thank you for the hearts. All right, so I'm just going to cut it in half. And y'all know I love it. Hold up. Such a disaster. I love my little manual chopper. I saw it from the Amish lady. So we're going to put this in here. And we're going to put the top on. If your onions make you onions before the second meat, Lord mercy. All right. And it does like this, like chopping thing, all Amish style. All right, let's see how it looks. Let's go a little bit smaller. Y'all know McDonald's has like, okay, we're good. All right, so we got some onions. Let's put the onions. I see y'all are telling me I did it out of order. At this point, this is what you got, all right? So let's get our double patties. We didn't even turn the broiler on. Okay. So we have bread, special sauce, meat, American cheese, more meat, and then now we're gonna take the blade out. We're gonna put some diced onions on here. I won't do too much since it's raw onion. If you really like onion, you can go for it. What do we think? Looks good? All right. What's the secret sauce? Yeah, we made the Big Mac sauce. Now I'm gonna put this in here. And just to make Marcus a proper meal, all American, I ordered some fries. And I think I'm gonna put them in the oven too. I know this is McDonald's. McDonald's doesn't have waffle fries. So this is what I got. All right, so we're gonna put some parchment paper down. And I'm just gonna open up this bag of fries so he can have his sliders and fries. This could be a fun, like, family night meal in all seriousness. All right. I'm just gonna put the whole thing down. All right. And then I'm gonna put these in the oven with the Big Mac. So all we have to do now is chop up the lettuce because when it comes out, lettuce and pickle. Okay. I probably should have taken it out until Marcus was here so it doesn't overcook. All right. So I'm going to put these in I'll salt them after. I kind of feel like I should. All right. Whew. What are we doing? All right. So for those of y'all who just came in, welcome. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. Welcome to another struggle cooking class. Today we are making mini Big Mac sliders. Whoa, it says, will the onions burn? I hope not. We're going to take them out in just a minute. I'm going to clean off the counter and I'm going to go ahead and get a plate and then I'll cut up some fruit for him. Put a Coke on the side. We got to cut up the lettuce because once we take these out, we need to put the lettuce and pickle inside. All right. So let's clean up because we got a whole lot going on. Oh, and we're going to put some Big Mac sauce on the side. I'm so excited, y'all. It's coming together. We're at 18,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 20,000. All right. So come on in. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making Big Mac sliders. And I got this inspiration because, you know, Hawaiian rolls are probably a part of your holiday meal. You may have some bread rolls lying around. I have these from Sam's Club. I could have done 2 different, you know, with the meats. Would you all rather have 2 burgers or would you rather have 1 double burger? Put it in the chat. Let me know. Okay. So let's clean everything up and we're going to get the lettuce out. We need to shred some lettuce and I ordered some pickles and that's it. Now, if it were me, I'd be doing tomato and all kind of extra stuff, but you didn't ask me that. All right. So, I'm nervous. I'm going to wipe this down. We got onion. We got everything going on here. But it's coming together, y'all. Another struggle cooking class. We're actually ahead of time. I told them be ready by 6. But y'all know when I'm cooking for the boys, I like to have it ready as soon as they walk in the door. Because they start circling me like locusts. Where's the food, Mom? I'm coming. They'd probably lift me up by my ankles and shake it out of my apron if they could. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay, focus, Maggie. Let's get a plate. Let's start getting everything together. How much hamburger was the total? I'm not sure if I understand. But 2 pounds. The recipe calls for 1 pound, but we gave him a double. Ashfar would rather have 2 burgers. Okay, let me get the lettuce. So the recipe calls for the shredded lettuce that you can get in the bag. I had some iceberg lettuce from some shrimp wraps that I did. So I'm just going to try and use up what I have. Let me get the pieces that haven't browned yet. Y'all know iceberg lettuce. You don't need that much. I'm going to just try and chop it fine. And then we'll get the pickles. Uh-oh. All right. I'm going to take, ooh, buns are toasting. I'm going to get them out so they don't overcook. All right. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. And today, we are making another struggle meal. Let me just go ahead and... This reminds me of that life-changing lettuce. If y'all were with me when we did that Olive Garden salad copycat. So if you have more time than money, make your own shredded lettuce. If you have more money than time, buy it in the bag. Oh, yes, I'm very excited. I love cooking for the family. I love cooking for all of y'all. But like I said, Marcus is a Marine and he's about to be shipped out for about a year before he comes home. So this is a big, big deal. Okay, I wanted to make him something he will remember when he's eating whatever they eat. I don't know, and neither do y'all. Okay, let's get the buns out. I hear people outside. Oh, my cheese. I left it in too long. All right, the cheese kind of melted out. Let's let the fries do their thing. All right, we got the lettuce and the pickles. All right, looking good. I'll wait to put the lettuce on like right before I serve him because we don't want it to sog. All right, so we have hamburger dill chips. Okay, so we have pickles ready to go. Let me get a plate. Okay, somebody's vehicle is having some. Y'all, I'm nervous. I'm sorry, like, that's in my backyard. There's a road back there. Focus, Maggie. Tell my children I love them. If it all goes down. Okay. I bought him some cookies. So I'm gonna put some chocolate chip cookies here for him. Let me put them in a container. You know, some people are picky. They don't like their food to touch, all that good stuff. We'll taste one for research purposes. Tastes good. I'm gonna put it in a smaller container so it looks more full. That's a little hack. Put it in a smaller container so it looks more abundant. All right, we got fries going. We got cookies. I'm gonna give him a little fruit cup. Got some strawberries. We're just vamping for time, y'all. Everything is done. As soon as he gets here, we'll put the lettuce and pickles on and serve them. But in all seriousness, since I'm going to be traveling next week, I've got some produce in the fridge that I want to go ahead and use up. How old is this kid? Marcus is 18. He left us at 17 for boot camp. If y'all been following me, I share some family updates too. And he is a brand new Marine. Hoorah. We are very proud. So, but this is me. I'm always cooking for the family. That's my happy place. Thank you so much for the badges. We're at 24,000 likes. All right. So I've got some strawberries here, his favorite fruit. So we'll just go ahead and cut this up. But you know what? I'm that mom. If he's 18 or 8 or 28, I'm still making his plate. So that's just what my mom did. I am the daughter of a retired home economics teacher. Some of y'all have seen Nana cook with me. But yeah, it's a great way to show love, take care of people. And, you know, especially when you're away from home. These are a little bit soft, but it's okay. When you're away from home, you miss the comfort foods, you know? We are actually going to do an early family Thanksgiving on Sunday. We're having like an open house where his friends and different people can come over and say hello and goodbye. Because he's got to go do what he's got to do. So I wanted to make him some comfort food before he goes to the next location. Yeah, I cut up his fruit. Absolutely. Plus, especially if you have fruit that's starting to look a little bit sad like this, when you cut it up, it doesn't look as bad. But in all seriousness, like I said, since I'm going to be gone for a week, I wanted to go ahead and use up what we had in the fridge. Let me get another little container. Oh, y'all, this is coming together. All right, so we have his Big Mac sauce. Let's put his fruit in here and his cookies. And then I think we could go ahead. Should we go ahead and assemble? We got 10 minutes. All right, let's clean up. So we have his Big Mac sauce. We have his fruit. We have his cookies. I'm going to start cleaning up a little bit, and then we could probably assemble. And let me get a Coke for him. I was trying to think of an all-American meal. Where is he being shipped to for a year? I don't know if I can say, but he's going to be doing something very important, and we are very proud. If he tells me I can say, I will say. But y'all not going to get me hemmed up. Nope. No, ma'am, no, sir. But it is somewhere where he needs to be. Okay, so let's get a soda for him. He doesn't even drink soda, but... to give you all a little, he's at the door. Y'all hear it? I told you. Okay. We timed it perfect. Hey, babe. Okay. So now we are going to put the lettuce on the Big Mac burgers. Okay. How are you? You want to see what I got so far? Okay. Y'all, this is Marcus. This is our 18-year-old, and I'm making the Big Mac sliders for you. So let's put the lettuce and then pickle. Let me get a fork, and then you can take a bite, and then I'll pack the rest for your brother. All right. So again, let me give you all the, we're gonna do the pickle. They're saying hi, Marcus. While he's eating, I'll show you all the video for anyone who just came in. All right, can I touch it? All right, so we're gonna put the top on here. This is a double Big Mac. Okay, let's put the top on here. Remember, we buttered the buns with sesame seeds. Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna have to like press down, and then I'm gonna get the serrated knife. Okay, don't touch the sesame seeds. Hold up. Let's move this, and we're gonna slice into it and then plate for him, and we are done. Okay. So, let me take a picture before I cut it, just in case it comes apart. All right, and I'll show you all what we made. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. Look at that. We made that. Okay, focus, Maggie. He's hungry. All right, one with the flash and then one with the video. All right, so this is the all recipes Big Mac sliders on Hawaiian rolls. We have 2 pounds of ground chuck, American cheese, lettuce, onion, special sauce on a toasted sesame seed bun. Enjoy. Okay, all right, let's cut. Yeah, let me just cut it here. Y'all, this is a massive burger. I think my meat patty being kind of lopsided but I think it's going to be good. All right, that's why I took the picture before I cut it. Oh, and his fries. I'll get those out of the oven. Okay, yeah. Whew. It kind of came apart, but I think it's still good. Let me plate for him. All right. Whew. So let's see if we can get you all a nice little cross section. Let me find one that looks good. I think it looks good. Okay, focus. Let me give him 4. All right. And then I'll grab the fries. Hopefully they're done. All right. And then we'll let Marcus taste and tell y'all what he thinks. They're still kind of soft. Okay, we'll salt those. Y'all, that burger looks so juicy. I'm just gonna salt the fries really quick and then put some on his plate. Hot. All right. All right, babe. Come, give it a try, and let us know what you think. So here is his double burger, Big Mac burger, with fruit, cookies, and dipping sauce. Marcus will let y'all know what he thinks.
This is a lot.
It is a lot. I'm gonna pack it up. You don't have to eat all of it. And I'll finish off the fries. You wanna try one? Okay.
Hmm?
Good.
Good.
It's good. Okay, he says it's good. I'm gonna try one. I'm gonna try one of the corner pieces and give you all some feedback. Then I will let you all go. Oh my goodness. All right. So let me show you all, for those who just came in, as we're closing out, what we made. Oh, TikTok. Oh. All right. Let me put my glasses on. So if you have Hawaiian rolls lying around, maybe
Start by mixing your ground.
this will inspire you.
Let's make Big Mac slider. Start by mixing your ground beef. Season it with a little bit of salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder.
Let me bring the brightness down.
Garlic powder, onion powder, and a little Worcestershire. Give it a mix, and then we're going to form one large patty that's the size of your roll. So much easier.
LaFay wants 14. So we did
Into the oven,
the
450
beef
degrees.
into the oven. I did a double for Marcus, so 2 pounds of ground chuck. Then we made our own Big Mac sauce. Oh, they're saying thank you for your service, Marcus. Mayo, mustard, ketchup, vinegar, relish. And I struggled cutting the buns, brushed them with butter, top with sesame seeds. Then you put the Big Mac sauce, 2 patties, cheese, onion, put it back in the oven to melt the cheese, pickles, and lettuce, and that is what we made. All right. Whew. So I'm gonna get one and I'm gonna taste it, and then we will be done. Let me get a little corner piece over here. Here's a bite for you all. Here's a bite for you all. See how it is. Mmm. It tastes like a sweet Big Mac. The only thing that was throwing it off, yeah, you don't like the fries. I need to do them a little bit more. The only thing that was throwing me off is because this is a sweet roll, and you know a Big Mac is on a bun. But yeah, I think it's yummy. All right. You can take your plate. Thanks, babe. You can go to the table. You want me to put the fries back in the oven?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have cooked them longer. All right, let me close out. 1 second. I'm just going to put these on the tray. Fries need a little bit more time. Okay. Here you go. Did you eat today? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All right, so everybody, thank you all so much for being here. This has been Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. Can we use any kind of buns? Yeah, honestly, if I'm being very honest, I would probably use, these are from Sam's Club. It says brioche slider buns. The sweet was throwing me off because, you know, Big Mac is very savory with the sauce and the meat and the like pickle and the salty. And so I was struggling a little bit on a Hawaiian roll, but we wanted to try it. We actually made it, and I think it was good because you all may have Hawaiian rolls lying around. But yeah, any buns will work. All right. Thank you all so much. So I'm going to miss you all next Friday. If you're interested in my travel content, you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Thank you all so much. We're at 34,000 likes. If you can tap the screen on your way out, if you know anybody that's got big kids, little kids, picky kids, or anybody that likes fast food, this could be an option for you to make at home. All right. So we want to say thank you to Marcus. Not sure when we'll see you again, but we're very, very proud of you. All right. Thank you all so much. We're at 34,900. Oh, thank you all so much. If I missed your comments, I'm so sorry. We made it to 35. I will miss you all next week. But if you want to follow my travel content, just go to Maggie the Substitute Teacher on any platform or teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. Oh, thank you so much. Bye, everybody. All right. If I can reach and end. It's so far. Here I come. I'm sorry, babe. I don't want to reach over
Hold
you.
the camera.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Whew. All right, y'all. Marcus is eating with stress. So I am going to read the comments really quick and then I'm going to let you all go. No relationship content tomorrow with Lucy. So we will be back next week, Saturday, for relationship content, but no cooking content next Friday because I'm going to be doing the Maggie meetup cruise. If you all are interested in the travel content, then of course you can follow along and see what we are up to on the high seas, the wonder of the seas. Okay. So Marcus is eating. Let's see what you all are saying over here. Okay. Hello, Ethel. Thank you so much for being here. Bria was here. The International Quiet Storm is here. Shout out to me. Thank you so much. Welcome to McMaggie's. Yes, absolutely. We made a double McMaggie. I know. I would have done sauteed onions too. I am, y'all. See, I'm working over here. Working day and night. Making an American meal. Yeah, I should have put my waffle fries in earlier. They would have been crispier. I struggle doing everything at the same time. It's hard for me to get it together. No, they weren't pre-seasoned. They needed salt. I probably should have done some shoestring fries. Bria prefers a double burger. International Quiet Storm says 2 burgers on that plate. Ethel wants a single burger. Look at my video called Life Changing Lettuce. If you like that Olive Garden like salad that's got that like dressing, that's what we made. It was so good. This is how you make your kiddos meals. Absolutely. I'm making his plate as long as I can. Yeah, absolutely. No, we're not going to say that. Nope. I know Alex is so embarrassed when I dance, but I get excited. Thank you all so much. Yes, yummy burgers, safe travels. Okay, everybody. So we are done. I miss you already. It's gonna be a hard year, y'all, but stay tuned for I'll continue to post and I'll be live again next week Saturday. All right. Thank you all so much. See you next time.